Chef Iolis. Alrighty. Now, we're all here.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, Soren knocked out the moment that last session happened. Scott, put some headphones in.
Huh?
Put some headphones in. You're echoing pretty bad.
Alright. How about now?
Yeah, you're good. Sorta?
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, so Soren's knocked out, and as Koger looks at you, Iolis, he just grabs onto Soren and lifts him up. I suggest you take your money and leave.
Where you headed?
As he just throws Iolis on his shoulders. Best do not know.
Okay. Let's see here. Fine then. But I'm quite surprised. What exactly do you need him for anyway?
You'll never see this dirty rat again. That's all you need to worry about.
Dirty rat. He's my dirty rat, though. And he still owes me money.
He looks at all the coin on the ground.
This money was was from that guy over there, as Aeolus just points his thumb over.
Well, good news. That's your per diem for everything you've done. This rat wouldn't have paid you a dime. Be lucky you get that. As he starts heading off.
Well, don't forget to send me the invoice of wherever he ends up. Tell him to come back to the ship. He still owes me a certain item.
You bitch.
As Aeolus is going to carry the chest and go all the way back to the ship.
Okay. And Koger is going off this way. So, Soren, you are still knocked out. So, Iola says you pick up that. I'm going to go ahead and move you to the ship. Ignore Soren. He's not here. And
Or is he? Scary skeleton.
So, Iolus, you slowly come onto the island as you're just taking the chest back. It took you a little while to paddle the boat over, but not incredibly long. And in your vision, you actually see the Attilian captain who was giving all the, like, different items out. He looks to be just having what looks like a cigarette.
Just as a quick reminder, what was the total amount of gold in the chest again?
200,000.
200,000. And how much were the mask again?
You don't know. Oh, yeah, he said it. It was like about 10,000. No, wait. Was it 200,000 or 20,000?
20,000.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
okay.
20,000. I was about to say, I'm like, wait a minute, that seems like a lot. That's a whole ship. and a half.
200,000 seems a little bit
Yeah.
more than I thought. I mean, it would be enough to completely fix the ship, but I
Yeah.
don't think it would be. I mean, assuming that the ship's repairable, but.
Yeah. It was 10,000. You have 20,000.
Okay. Well, as Eolus moves along, he sees the captain. He's gonna shake his head. No, it's not right for me to use this money quite yet. I should definitely catch up with Soren as soon as I can. But at least in the ship, it should be a little bit safer. Hopefully. Well, as long as the others on the ship. So, as Aeolus passes by, does he, is there like a lot of people near the Antillean captain?
Actually, no. There's almost nobody standing near him. A lot of the captains that would have been there are dead. As for anybody else, nobody seems to be taking note of him. He's just standing there as everybody goes around. They see the logo on his outfit and they immediately back away.
Yeah. Aeolus will just simply pass by without the care, as he needs to hurry up to the ship and deposit the chest now.
So,
And
coming up, you see Neo there. He's like, "Where's Soren?"
I gotta go get to him ASAP. But it's a good idea to make sure to get this back. As he brings up the chest to Neo. Careful, this is really heavy.
He starts using his hands like, Jesus, what is in here? As he sets it down and slowly opens it. Oh. As he just sets it down. Okay.
Yeah, get that on the ship ASAP. Let's not, look in that too long. I need to hurry up and try to find traces of whoever that guy took Soren.
Who took Soren?
Not exactly sure. Soren seemed to be a bit afraid of the man.
I don't know any of his stories, so I wouldn't be able to tell. But from where you just came, if he's not there, I haven't seen Soren back on this island from this viewpoint, so he'd have to go to the closest island from here.
Alright then, thanks. That should definitely be a big help.
Alright, but go get him. As much as I hate the little fuck, still need him around.
Yeah. At the very least, this money isn't completely mine after all.
It's all of ours.
Yeah. That's why I didn't... If anything, I do think it might be good to at least get one item from the Antillean captain, but I will leave that call to you. In the meantime, I better go catch up to Soren.
He nods. Alright.
Same with Aeolus. So Aeolus is going to make his way back.
Right.
So it's now up to Neo whether or not he buys the thing from the Antillean captain first.
Don't know, he's very accustomed to certain traditions on Spelljammers and crews.
Perfect.
So,
As Aeolus is now going to go off in the direction that Neo pointed out.
okay. As for Soren, you feel the cold water splash onto your face. The salt getting into your mouth. As you just get your head slammed into the wooden block, you immediately understand what's happening. As you're tied down and you see Koger standing there, holding your head up to everybody. As you all know, he took a big thing from us. Have any words, Soren?
Yeah, it was pretty big. Your ego was really hard to carry off that ship right after I took it out from underneath your ass.
So while you were talking, you noticed that everybody on that ship that survived is here. You know each of them, almost by name. As
Please tell me I don't look like pieces of shit like you guys did. Good lord.
As you see him, you look around, you feel around, your weapons aren't there. When he grabs your chin and lifts you up to kind of look at you, I like that you still like talking.
It's a little awkward.
So much.
A little awkward, Koger. You got a gun I can borrow?
You see him laugh. Absolutely, as he holds your hand up, and he just fires, taking off your ring finger and your pinky.
No!
Fingers for the traitor. As you see him pull out a knife and he holds it there as he reholsters the gun. Should I take an eye for murder and traitor?
Here's an idea. How about you just shoot yourself, everybody else surrender, and we all go about our day.
Or take a tongue for a rat.
My buddies in the dire Omen are gonna be here any fucking minute, and you guys are all gonna be in trouble then.
You really think they're coming for you? I instilled my ways into your body and mind. You think that anyone's coming for you? You probably treat them worse than your last crew.
Well, joke's on you, Koger. I'm registered with the port. I go missing, they see me go off with you. And I've got ties with the Antillians now. If you didn't know, they're captains then. And the minute he finds out I'm gone, you're fucked, old man.
you want to roll deception?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gotta add some flavor to it. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
You can't just roll. What I look like? So, what, an 8?
Soren, how tall is Soren?
Soren is 5'8".
There you go.
Okay.
Average height. As all of them in the group start laughing, you having friends with the Attilian, you are the worst liar.
Never said he was a friend. He's more like an asshole. An asshole acquaintance. You know what that feels like.
What I find great, as he puts some shackles on your wrist and ties you down to the box, every time I showed you how torture works, it never really fazed you. It never really bothered you in the slightest. So, I have something to fix that. Something that will change everything for you. Because you won't be upset about torture. Not on yourself. But what about the one that you love?
Oh, great. You're gonna kill yourself? Fantastic.
So you just see him walk behind and you hear the chains rattling as he walks out what looks like Naza. He throws her into the dirt.
Whoa. Hey, what are you doing?
As you see him just take a knife, she's gagged and bound and she can't do anything. As he just flays a piece of her skin, you just see the blood run out as her screams muffled. I told you. I know how you work, Soren. I've instilled everything into you.
Let's calm down. Hey, Koger, whatever it is, we can talk about it. It's me. I'm the one that fucked you over, remember? Me.
You see him laughing. Yes, it is. And the sins of yourself go on to the others. Your family, your crew, everyone.
Soren's gonna, swallow for a second. He's gonna try to... Can I try to bluff him? Can I roll something for bluff?
Yeah, it'd be deception again. What are you trying to do?
Hold on.
Or are you trying to persuade him to more stop on her?
Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Bluetooth mode. Paired
Wow.
successfully.
There we go. All right,
It's
sorry about
paired.
that.
It's
All right,
paired.
It
So-
is. My sound card in my laptop's going bad, so I had to get a speaker.
That's all good.
That's all good.
Oh, now I actually hear myself.
Now I actually hear myself.
Oh, sorry. There. Turn this down a little bit. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. How's that?
Yeah, it's better. So he asks, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to persuade him not to hurt her or deceive him to not do what's the case?
A deception to not hurt?
All right. Go ahead and roll deception. As you see him shake his head. It's well past you even having the right to do such a thing. As he does it again to her, you just see her dig her hands into the ground. Every single discretion you've done, I don't care about your money. I want to see you hurt in the way that we have. With another moment, you see just the same thing happened. And he's making sure to get just the more sensitive areas as he makes sure just the slightest bit of skin is pulled and ripped.
When my friends in the dire Omen get here, and these fucking shackles come off me, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I doubt that.
Fucking...
I doubt that anyone's ever coming for you.
It's dying, so I gotta do this. Alright, let's try it this way. Sorry about that, guys.
You're good. I seriously doubt that anyone will ever come for the rat.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Coker. And when they get here, they all know you. You're the first to fucking die. But when they turn your fucking head into a canoe, the rest of these sorry fucks are gonna die too.
You just see the first mate, the big towering giant, just slams the butt of his sword into your mouth, almost taking out half your teeth. Again, I doubt anything will come of that. Well, at least before she dies. Or maybe I should string her up on the front of my ship and let you see everything you've done.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. Soren trying to talk, he just can't fucking speak.
And he keeps going while he's in front of you. And you notice that she looks pissed at you, and then every time it's just defeat. She knows that she's not going to live through most of this.
Koger. He can't. He's trying to say Koger, but he can't speak,
Yeah.
obviously. Let's make a deal, Koger.
You see him lift her by her horn and just almost pull her up so she's dangling by his arm as he stands to a full height. And what would the deal be?
I'll do anything you want. Just let her go.
Thank you, Rosemary, for the raid.
What's up, Rosemary? What's good?
So as he's pulling her up, he just looks at you. So what is the deal?
I got something you want.
See him look at you. And what is that?
It's on my ship. You let her go. You can't have it. It's yours.
I don't need your ship.
It's not the ship. It's what's on the ship.
And what is that?
It's a device.
He starts running the blade back over the open wound on her. You just see her screaming for a moment.
It's a relic that I found, and it's yours, okay? All the gold, whatever the fuck's on there, it's yours. All of it.
You sound pretty serious for a man without any kind of bargaining chip.
What do you want, Koger? What do you want?
I told you, I'm going to watch you suffer. We lost more numbers than you can ever count. As he throws her into the dirt, all her wounds getting covered in it. We lost more than you'll ever know. A position in the Gamblers 3. I lost a son. One that I thought would be better than the last. And yet,
I
here you
remember.
are.
You lost two.
Don't worry. My son, as he holds out his hand, waving to you, I get to see the woman that you betrayed out of your own self-pity because you couldn't handle a real relationship suffer for everything you've done. You destroyed our ship, so I'll destroy your heart and your soul. Then I'll steal your ship. As he just goes for a blunt kick into her stomach.
Gosh. I guess Soren's gonna be frantically looking around. I guess trying to spot anybody that might be coming to help.
Again, you don't see anybody. No matter how long you think it is, the time that this happens, it's hours that turn into hours.
Oh, fuck me.
As you have to sit there and bear witness, trying to make deals, make all that you can. But thing is, after a point, you feel there is no one coming for you. You let all that sink in, everything that you've done with them, everything that you said. Why would they come? Why would anybody come? After a while, he just drags her up toward you, just lays her out right in front. Everyone's enjoying these shows. One second. 1 second.
Oh yeah, do you think, buddy? I'll eat myself some jerk chicken.
Eating some jerk
Why
chicken
am I-
while you're watching suffering happen.
Yeah, I gotta help myself too, you know.
So, you see him take out the gun that mirrors yours. As you have Lady Rose, and you notice that on the side of his, he has Lord Violet still. I really wished that for a son that would have cared enough to stay with the crew, not betray us like you did. And after all this beating and hurt of such another person, she still breathes, and you have to live with that. Live with how she will never be the same. How you'll never be the same, knowing that this was all your fault.
At this point, Soren's just like fucking enraged. She's like kicking, trying to get off the fucking, you motherfucker, fucking rolling around with the fucking shovel. It's just in a fucking frenzy, angry.
Yeah. And the more that you thrash around, the more that you see that he holds the knife above her and just trails down the open wounds.
Ah, you sick son of a bitch.
You keep being angry. There's nothing for you. When she dies, you'll join her.
And just fucking get it over with then, you cocksucker. Try to hear you fucking speak.
It's been hours. There's no one coming. There's no one that gives a damn about the Rat King.
Soren will look over at Naza, and I guess from looking at her, like, how she's like, she's dead, right? Like,
She's not dead.
but she's so fucked up that, like, it's around the corner, right? Like,
Yeah, like you could still see half of her face is not gone. It's what tears have turned into blood and what is all that.
Soren just kind of, I guess, soaks that in, and I guess the realization kind of like finally dawning on him, and he nods a little bit before turning back to Koger. Just fucking kill me. I'll hang his head down.
You see him laugh again. I told you. That's too easy. And there's still life in her bones. Even if we have to prolong it. As you see one of the women come up and she starts actually using magic to heal part of her.
Oh, that's so fun. You are so fun.
As you see her like breathing and coughing, you see Koger lean down right next to you. I did care for you at one point. I cared that you would grow into be a good captain of the Sky Saint Ruin. Then you chose to do such actions that demolished any hope of that. I viewed you as my own son, my own flesh and blood, even if you were born of different virtue. I had to rebuild myself, much as this woman rebuilds her. But you wouldn't see past your own naivety. You're a child in a man's world. You see him holding the gun up to your head.
Koger. There is one last thing I want to tell you.
He just looks at you.
Spits on his face.
You see him fire next to you, and it sinks through your ear and then into her horn, blasting it off, leaving shrapnel on you and her screaming.
God fucking damn.
Even after hours of this, you still talk. You still try and breathe. These people can watch this for a decade and not get tired. My people want you to suffer as much as we have. And this woman, as he just pulls her off again, will be every part of that. I'll do it for eternity if I have to. Find
Well, don't
any
forget.
goddamn witch doctor to keep you alive watching every fucking day.
Don't forget half these fuckers were in on the mutiny too.
I wish that were true.
Funny. Man, a kid and you had your ship stolen by a fucking kid.
A kid trained by I take pride in that. As he just one really raw rip down the arm. As Iolus, you go ahead and do exactly what you were wanting to do in that moment. You've already found where his stuff was, and you just caused the plants to fly out of there. And Soren, you spin, even though you thought you were done. You thought that you've already been signed to death.
What spins? I'm sorry.
Your entire box you're on just spins up as if plants were growing underneath it and
Yeah, what the
pulling you over to this side, and your stuff in tow as you see Koger hold up the gun to her head and looks at you. I will torture every day until I find you.
I'm right here, cocksucker. He's screaming as he's getting dragged. I'll fucking come bring me back to He's fucking flailing and fighting like
Okay, now I'm on the map.
Yeah, I know. You weren't able to see it for a moment. As you are pulling him out of there. As you just hear in the distance the screams of the tiefling. And
Sorry, but I'm gonna have to block off the route with as many plants as possible.
yeah, as you just flood the area with nature, and you and Soren get out of there.
We just fucking vanished. Okay.
Into the little hidden shack as you blast through it.
Okay. Okay, let's get out of here. That will hold them for a while, but not that much.
We're not going anywhere.
I'm sorry?
We're going back. Soren tries to push back from.
After what you've experienced and how exhausted you are, you hardly make it in. As I was just
Yeah, I don't think you're in a state that could actually. I pulled you out of there. That's like you literally. I don't think you're in a state that like Aeolus. Actually, can we just do some strength check anyway?
Yeah, you have advantage. He has disadvantage.
Okay. Wow, that's terrible.
That's a save. That wasn't athletics.
Oh, my bad. My fault. Well, technically, I would be saving my turn. No, I'm just kidding. Here. Strength?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
You literally have a flat 10, Iolus. Like, there's no way you
Ew.
don't. Yeah.
Okay, so I roll it. So I at least have a 10.
Yeah, so you have a 10. As for you, Soren,
I can't. Oh, here it is. My bad.
athletics, yeah. And he still like topples you over a little bit, only to fall soon after.
Come on, we're getting out of here. As Aeolus is just going to, I guess he's just gonna shoulder carry Soren now.
All right.
This is going to be a pain in the butt. Come on, let's get out of here.
You put me down, you fucking bread making son of a bitch.
Uh-huh.
Fucking shit.
But Soren, for the first time, your crew actually cared and came after you.
Come on, you still owe me a bunch of stuff. Unfortunately for you, I'm not sure what happened, but you're definitely hurt, and we need you back, like now.
Soren's out. He's like just fucking. He just fell asleep.
So, I'll go ahead and take you all to the ship.
Great. Let's get back to the ship ASAP.
Or at least the place where the ship is, because you can't fly it.
Nope.
Soren, you get woken up by the heavy waves and Iolus.
Do I have my gun?
Yeah, you have your stuff.
Yeah, Aeolus grabbed all your stuff.
Okay. Soren's gonna wake up in a panic with fucking pulling a pistol out, waving it everywhere.
He didn't give you back your stuff yet, though,
Why not, though?
because you were unconscious.
Yeah.
And you wasn't like you. It
I
was
still could have protected myself.
You hold up your hand as if you're holding a gun.
Where the fuck's my gun? Where the fuck are we?
Come on, let's get back to the ship. Are you awake enough to walk now? You feeling better yet?
Where the fuck did you take me?
Come on, look around you right now.
Soren will pause, look.
Yeah, it takes a minute to adjust, but you notice where you're at.
Come on. Soren?
Wait, I'm confused. Why did you drag me all the fucking way from there?
It's going to, whoops, wrong click there.
As you feel a little bit more reinvigorated.
Yeah, let me fix that. Wait, nope. Yeah. Nope, not twice, not just once, just once. There, you shouldn't be feeling as exhausted anymore. At least I hope not.
Iolus, Soren kind of walks up and grabs him on the shoulders. We have to go back right now.
And do what, exactly?
I don't know. Put a fucking bullet in the fucker's head. Easy.
If it was that easy, you would have done it ages ago. Who is he? Aeolus is staring down Soren right now.
That's Captain Koger. Captain of the Sky Saint Ruin. And the biggest pain in my fucking ass ever since I was a child.
Pain in the ass since you were a child, so you had such a long history with him then.
What? You think he just had me out there because it was fun?
Of course not. If he had you since you were such a young one, I suspected that you can only suspect that he definitely wanted you as a part of the crew.
Soren's confused. How did you get me out of there?
You don't remember?
I just... He's like rubbing his forehead. No.
Really, you don't remember?
I remember spinning and getting dragged, and that was you?
Yeah, of course.
And Soren's visibly upset, obviously, considering. So he, like, shoves fucking Iola's on the shoulder. Then why didn't you take her instead?
Aeolus just nimbly moves out of the way. Take her? Who? Who is she? Who is this she to you?
The one getting cut the fuck up, idiot.
I barely got there. I only had as much time to grab your stuff. I saw her as well, but I don't know who she is. Was she that important to you?
No. Soren, holstering his... Can I have my pistols back?
Well, first actually, would Soren even know that Aeolus has his pistols right now?
Yeah, you'd have to carry them because you don't have like a big bag or anything for him. The Winter Frost
Okay.
would have ruined his gun, so you can't put it in there.
Okay, yeah, that's true. So, yep, Aeolus is just going to, he's just going to pass him a gun. Here you go.
My other. And where the fuck is V?
Aeolus, like, after handing away one gun, he brings out the other. Well, where do you think V is?
I don't know. I don't know if you know or not. I was a little tied up in something.
Well, clearly he's still back in the same place that we left him at.
Go get V. I'll get the ship.
We're not moving anytime soon.
It's not that. It's something else.
We couldn't even leave if we wanted to. The ship is that bad. And unless you're telling me that Neo's a magical worker that can instantly repair a ship, at least to a flying status in a single day, that'd be a great thing to know. Now, are you going to take back your pistol, as Aeolus just waves it in his face, or not?
Snatches the pistol away from him.
You have a bunch of other curiosities as Aeolus just like, drops the second bag that was like on his back and passes off to Soren. That's a good weight off my shoulders.
Soren just angrily pilfers through the shit real fast and closes it back up before tossing it on himself. Where's the money?
It's back on the ship, of course.
Okay. Soren, like, his paws, like, he's like clearly not usually himself. He's like, it's like he's formulating shit in his head.
Also,
We need to get
Soren,
Yeah.
that's the first time anybody's not stolen from you.
Oh yeah. I guess when he's looking through his bag, he's, what did you take
Take what?
out of my shit? As Soren's looking through his items.
Aeolus raises his brow and it's what? If this it really truly belonged to you, I don't really need it.
Soren gonna look at Iolus in a confused way, like what do you mean?
It's not it's your stuff, ain't it? Don't tell me you've never actually had stuff to call your own. I actually find that a little hard to believe. What, were you in some sort of communal property sharing place or something of the sort?
Rich coming from a slave.
A slave? I mean, you could call it that. To be fair, I didn't know what I've been doing all this time. Part of the time. But at least I was more free.
Soren looking at, kind of shocked that his stuff is still there, like in a surprised face, and puts the bag back on himself. Excuse me, slave with a job.
Yeah. Still though. Do you really want to go see V right now? It's dark, it's late. We can definitely go there, it'd be safe.
Need
At the very least, it will, the ships, well, based on the security and the Antillian general being, for whatever reason, still being there, I don't think your Kroger is going to be approaching anytime soon.
We need to find V and that Antillian fuck. Buy whatever it is that he's hauling and shipping out, fencing over to us, get this ship fixed, and get off this fucking planet.
Well, we're not in that much of a hurry. Or rather, if we needed to be in that much of a hurry, well, we have no choice but to wait. Now, pick a choice. Are we going to the ship, or do you want to go back to the halls?
Where's V?
Well, last I checked, he was back in the halls. But if you want to check up on the gold and Neo and everything else, we could go there first.
As he said V was at the hall, Soren immediately started walking.
Alright then.
Taking your time, you notice that the Italian general hands out a scroll to one of the captains, and they just walk off. And he adjusts his collar a little bit, just...
Hey!
Eolus is gonna pull back Soren. Hey, Soren, stop. Stop. What are you doing?
Buying something?
His eyes just look toward you.
Without money on you. You'd have to get the money first.
Go get the money then.
I thought you wanted to at least know that the money was there.
Last person who had the money was you. You know where the money is. You have to get the money.
You have to confirm with your own eyes, as Aeolus is going to try dragging Soren past the Antillian general.
Just pulling
We
it.
gotta point that thing to
You're still tired, I presume, because you're a little too easy to carry for someone that's a little bit taller than me, or should be taller than me. As Aeolus turns the corner, is he there?
Yeah. You see him with the sling over where his hand would be. Are we heading out?
How are you doing? It's good to see you again in this late night.
A little tired.
The fuck happened to you?
Still the same thing. I have to head to Targon to get a new hand.
Oh, yeah. I've had a pretty busy night. A little groggy in my memory.
You see him looking at like all the wounds you have. You're bleeding. As he points to your hand.
Yeah, we got. Soren like stops himself. We're drinking and gambling. Things got messy. There was a fight. I almost didn't help.
You see him shake his
Aeolus
head.
is just gonna bitch slap Soren in the back of the head right now.
I want you to roll for that, motherfucker.
Okay.
You have advantage. He wouldn't expect it. I know that breaks your AC.
Let me see. Oh yeah, it does.
Just straight.
Stop lying.
Hit me again, you're gonna end up like Neo with a fucking hole in your head. V.
Neo is still alive thanks to me, so there.
You
Oh,
see
good, let's
V
see.
glare
Let's see.
down at you.
Good. Let's see yourself bring yourself back to life then. Soren turns back to V.
I can find another way to Targon.
What do you mean? Hey, what do you mean?
Good luck. And
Hey,
Aeolus is just gonna say, good luck. Hope to see you again.
Starts walking. And Soren, you just see him leave.
Now, shall we get back to the ship now and go to where Neo is?
Soren's just gonna turn, look and glare. Yes.
Alright then, let's walk. Or run. Your choice.
So you see Neo on the edge of the ship, just sitting there. About time. Holy hell. So he just looks at Soren. What happened?
Don't talk about it. Where's the money we brought?
He just throws down the letter. Still on deck.
Good. Soren will climb up.
Yep.
Aeolus is gonna climb back up onto the ship as well.
Yeah, you see that it actually has a lock on it now.
Soren's fiddling with it. Who's got the key?
See Neo walk over and unlock it for you.
As much as I hate to say it, gotta give some of this to that stupid Antillian bastard.
Why?
According to him, the only way for these fuckers to fly now, and to the bane of every other captain that's stuck on this fucking planet, the ship's gotta be fitted with something that really only Antillians have. As Soren says, flipping it over and sorting through the coin.
After like a quick scan, you also know that not a single piece was touched either. Another new thing for you.
Why don't you guys just take the money and leave?
Well, wasn't half of it at least yours?
Soren turns his head from his shoulder back to the chest. Just saying that's what I would have done.
I mean, if you leave by yourself carrying such a heavy thing, you'll be caught up in no time. Just saying.
Says you.
Lucky you can even carry it at all.
All right. And Soren remembers how much he has to give the Antillian guy, right?
Yeah, 10,000.
How much does 10,000 weigh?
A lot.
Like, how many people required?
You can probably carry like a chest worth yourself. Like you can do that. It's heavy. And you do have like a spare chest laying around that's a little smaller than the gold chest you got.
Alright, cool. Soren's gonna walk around the deck, just flipping stuff over, forgetting where he left the chest, obviously.
Oh, you need help?
On the top of the deck, does Aeolus happen to find that small chest?
It would be in storage. It would be down.
Okay, so it would definitely be in storage then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soren's just kind of not in the right mind right now.
Yeah. As Iolus, you think about it, you know right away. You're like, oh, yeah, it's probably in storage. So you head down there, and then you pull it up, and then come back up with the chest.
Alright. Well, might as well stick the gold in this chest here.
Soren tangled up in rope as he was flipping it over. Yeah, it's the one, yeah. Soren just throws it off himself.
Oh, did Soren come back to the top already?
Yeah, he was still up top searching while you went to the storage.
Yeah, you went down and then up, you know.
Okay.
While he was just looking on top deck, like, where the fuck is it?
Yep, well, it's definitely where it should be. As Aeolus places down the chest and opens it and checks to see if it's definitely empty.
Yeah.
Is it empty?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what I'd be hiding.
There is a small piece of paper that says to Soren in it.
I think this belongs to you. As
Soren.
Aeolus is gonna hand that paper back to Soren.
Soren's puzzled, obviously. Well,
It was in there.
Soren will take that. Iolus, put the gold in the chest. As he flips open the paper, I guess to take a look at the note.
Yeah, Aeolus is gonna take his time and he's just gonna put the gold into the chest, making sure that it's all there. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 200. and so on and so forth, as Aeolus keeps just, counting the gold, putting it into the chest, and then after which he takes it out and then counts it one more time.
Yep.
In that whole process.
While you're doing that, Soren, you read that note that I just sent you.
Oh, okay, let me check.
This is something that you wouldn't have even known was there unless you actually made a little money every so often, but instead, you've just been kind of getting by, so you never found it. Soren, what do you do?
Soren's kind of hard pressed on the note real fast as he folds it up and places it in within his chest. Yeah. We gotta go give this to the Antillian guy.
Of course. Just making sure that we are not missing a single cent. It'd be good to try to barter with him, but considering he has what everyone needs, I don't think he'll accept any lower. So we might as well have at least what he's asking for before even trying.
Okay. So you can go and try and get what you need.
Yeah, let's do that.
I have a feeling that you can see like Soren's expression, kind of like darker, kind of grim.
What is it now? Are you worried about something?
Just the price of this machine is all. The Soren helps dump some of the gold into the fucking chest. Not as meticulous as fucking Iola's.
Yeah, just.
As he does that, Aeolus is going to just pick out a few coins and dump it back into the chest to make sure that the count is still correct. As
Yes.
Yeah.
You manage to help, and then it all happens. All right, you both have this chest, pretty heavy, but
Come on, the sooner we get, the better.
Come on.
Heave! Hold on.
Neo helps you get it down as well.
Yeah, I think we're all helping here, so it's
Alright, sick.
Yeah, you managed to get it down pretty easy.
All right.
Neo
Still-
just stands there for a while.
We'll be back, Neo, unless you'd like to come with.
He just waves his hand. I've dealt enough business with Attillian. I don't think I want to try again.
Better you watch the ship anyways.
All right.
You see him kind of tilt his head at that.
Be here.
He tilts his head at
Hopefully.
that for a moment, then just looks back at the ship.
Since it's been hours, would it be still the dead of night or is it early dawn?
You see the dawn actually rising.
Yep. We're gonna definitely need to sleep soon. And is he still there?
Yeah, you see him starting to pack up his stuff.
Excuse me.
What is it?
We'd like to purchase one of the items needed for the ships to start running again. I hope you don't mind this late buy.
Fine. Do you have a proper chair?
Hmm?
Do you have a chair?
I don't have a chair, as Aeolus is going to look around. I
suggest
chair.
buying one. As he holds the scroll in the air. 10,000.
Alright, as Aeolus is going to nudge Soren. Come on.
Come on, we got the money right here.
As you see him open
You
up the
have to give it
chest.
to him.
While you're holding it, he opens up the chest. And you see his hand create what looks like a small little rift, and then all the money just immediately sucked through it. That'll do, as he hands you the scroll.
What's this?
That'll make your ship fly. Get a chair first.
Hey, we picked. Look at Soren just looking at the.
Well, we got what we needed. That's an interesting looking, I guess, artifact, relic. I don't know what they call them these days.
So when you actually are doing that, you notice that it's actually a spell scroll.
Oh, can Soren open it up? Can you open it up and read it? Is it possible?
Yeah, you understand the text, and this is. I'm gonna give it to all players. Just that's
Would
all it
Eolus
is.
be
It's-
able to look at the scroll, because it seems that while he's doing that, I guess Eolus will also pick up the now empty chest as well.
Yep. You can read over the shoulder, and you notice it's archaic in a way, but you notice that the runes are very complex. But that being said, it's a scroll for a spell that's just create Spelljammer Helm, and it requires you to have a focus and a chair on the ship.
Interesting. So this will be what helps a ship fly then.
And it specifically says, for the person you want to sail the ship, must cast the spell. And you can only be a spellcaster to use it.
Interesting.
So if you don't have spell slots in any capacity, you cannot use it.
But anybody could know and read this spell scroll, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, that means that it's a good idea we should hurry up back on the ship and make sure we don't lose that. That's 10,000 gold down the drain, so we definitely need to take good care of it.
Soren tucks it in his chest. Yeah, it's safe right here. Trust me.
Okay, as Eolus closes it and then hands the chest back over to Soren. Come on, let's get back to the ship. Let's see if we can fix up the ship with the remaining gold at least.
So Neo just looks at you all. Where's whatever we need to get the ship flying?
Right here. Soren passes him the chest while he climbs up the ladder.
He just holds it.
It's inside. As like Eolus is shaking his head.
You see him start climbing up onto the ship.
Yep, we all get onto the ship.
So, you just notice that it says you must have these components. I'm gonna go ahead and move the ship kind of like over here for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. You let a little bit of there. Also,
Alright, so-
it says it would prefer that you do it below deck, where you don't want damage to come to it.
Soren just reading the scroll was walking. You'll need these components setting up a well set on the ship.
It also says you still will need an engine.
Soren pivots and turns around. Walking in one swoop. We need an engine.
You still have the parts in the chest as well, because that was given.
Oh yeah. Alright. You two go ahead and rest. I'll do what I can to patch this engine up. And do nothing but get in the way, and I guess you guys kinda earned it.
Not feeling
Yep,
quite
yep.
like yourself, are you? So he just
You can
walks
stay the
down.
fuck awake. I don't care.
As he just walks by as it goes down.
Alright, y'all. Have a bitch.
Okay, so we still need all the parts of the ship. Hmm. Did we actually have a working chair, though?
It's just a chair. It doesn't require anything else. It's just a chair.
Okay, could the chair be changed, or is it just any chair that we feel like using on the
Any
ship?
chair you want to use.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay, so every time we use the scroll, it's any chair that we're sitting on the ship. Great. That's
Oh, the
cool.
scroll's gonna be gone. You only get one use.
Oh. Well, in that case, we should find a nice chair then.
We should find a really nice one. We need the nicest of chairs.
Let's see here.
Owen's gonna be doing what he can on this Sunfire.
Yeah. Give me a. Let's give a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me reread that real quick because I'm pretty sure it can't be Soren. It takes a long time for you to do this, like longer than it should because your mind's kind of preoccupied. But you still manage to do it after about 2 hours. You get the Sunfire reacquainted. Alright, let's find that helm option real quick. You can astral fish. Alright. Yeah. Has to be a regular chair.
Okay.
But you haven't used a spell yet, so you won't know all that happens. Not yet. But as Sunfire kicks off, you notice that it sputters for a minute, then ignites. And you notice that whatever region inside there that's patting it down, compressing it down. Yeah.
Soren, not thinking he could actually fix it, as it fixed, he's like, he kicks it for a second. Well, of course. Yeah. Of course it's fixed.
All right. So after that hour, are you wanting to wake up anybody on the ship or any of that?
No. In fact, I'm gonna go get a chair.
You have a chair in your room.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where I'm going.
All right. So that's what you're doing? Grabbing a chair out of your room?
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and give me a stealth check. I want to see how quietly you do this. See if you wake up Iola's.
You definitely wake up Aeolus.
Just the chair bumps the wall once. Just fuck.
Yeah, Aeolus is just gonna come out of his room and it's like, what are you doing now?
Chair. I'm gonna go sit down. Take a load off.
Where?
You're positioning it somewhere that works for you.
At my with my ass, obviously. So it says it continues dragging the chair down the hall.
You need some help there.
I know how chairs work. Thanks, Iola's. Says he
Uh-huh.
turned the stairs.
Yep, Aeolus is just gonna go back to his room as it's like, yes, whatever. Take a more sleep.
So where are you moving it? Oh, you're putting it up there. All right.
He sets the chair right. Chair.
All right. So you're gonna sit in it.
He positions it, looking forward to the start of the ship, and he will sit down in it. Okay, come on. This has gotta work. This has gotta work. He pulls the scroll out.
All right. So, are you going to start casting the spell?
I will start casting the spell, yes.
So, you use all your arcane magic because this is a little bit stronger than what you normally do. As you see runes appear all along your body as you're casting it, you see the ship start having this entire runic marks on them. And for a moment, you see just the entire thing start to shift and the chair molding into what you deem as the best and ideal throne. When doing that, your ship starts lifting into the air along with like some of the magic power, blasting you into the sky for a moment. Everyone on the ship would be awake at this point as you're still mid-cast. And the runes appearing all along every wall. You all think that you could be going into deep space. And as you see, each time it contorts the ship, it starts mending it for a moment. And Soren, you feel as if you can touch the stars yourself. You feel connected with your ship mentally and physically. As everything seems to come together, you see all the runes shoot back up. And in the moment as Iolus and Neo both start walking up to this top, they see you finishing the cast of the spell. The engine flares, and you sit there atop this ornate throne. And I will show you what a Spelljammer helm is. As you are now attuned to that, you feel your ship once again have flight. And they just see all the runes slam into you, knocking you back onto this throne that's now kind of hovering in the air.
Okay, so that is the Spelljamming Helm.
Yes, the official Spelljammer helm too. And the runes appear all underneath them and the chair at this very custom throne. So Soren, explain what your throne looks like.
Okay, so his throne, on one side, it has a symbolic nature of duality. On the right side, you see ornate designs, smoothed out as though designed particularly to look elegant, classy. A nice finish and coating over it. However, on the left side, you see it's rugged, old. It seems as it's been on the ship for an ancient amount of time. However, yeah, that's it. That's how it looks.
I'm going to add a little detailing here. That way it's not completely falling apart. On that same side, it seems to blend in together with the pieces of your own ornate side. Just enough to keep it firm on that decrepit side. And then on the other, there's little pieces of the decrepit one creeping through as if being a hindrance to that side. So as this very symbolic throne is viewed, you see the balance in it. The balance in Soren.
You boys, look at this fucking seat. Soren says, slapping his hands on the chair, excited.
You see Neo shaking his head. He's confused. What is this?
This is exactly what the fuck the dire Omen needed. Also, I have no idea.
Well, it feels like we have flight. It's just...
Soren kicks off the chair. Just fucking see? Between this and the fucking Sunfire Forge, we are going to go everywhere.
Aeolus looks toward the Sunfire Forge. Like, how does it look compared to what it was before?
It is flawless. This is a scary piece of machinery. Because in the Phlogiston before, when it would ignite, there was a chance that your whole ship would explode. For some reason, you don't feel like that's an issue anymore in the sky, making this probably the most dangerous piece of equipment on your ship, second to the helm.
Wait, like, it feels like the Phlogiston doesn't matter? Or, wait, what?
It feels like there is no Phlogiston no more.
Okay.
And Soren, you feel it too. Like, you feel it tenfold because you are bound to your ship and the helm.
This feels wrong, Soren says as he is like rubbing the side of the ship here. It doesn't even feel like we're sailing. What the fuck is this? Soren says. Even though he looks kind of nervous, he seems very excited at the same time. But whatever the fuck it is, just launch this ship directly as the status it needs to be. You see that? Look at the road. Look at this shit. Soren just looking around.
Yeah, the ship isn't any different. It just looks a little mended now. But yeah, the throne though.
It's clean. Look at it. Look at it. The floor right here, where it usually squeaks. Soren puts his foot.
It still squeaks. It still squeaks.
He goes to say it. Watch. Not a. Okay, that's still there. Fact of the matter is, we're flying, boys.
Neo just
I know.
claps.
Speechless, light, right? Yeah.
So where are we going?
This is quite interesting as Aeolus is like looking about. So we're currently like, are we like in space right now essentially?
You are in what is considered wild space, the area that is just universal, kind of like what you would be in a crystal sphere. But since there's no crystal spheres, sorry, I saw what you sent me. I can't.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
fuck.
disturbed you there.
Yeah, what you sent me. You have to put that. You have to put that in the fucking memes in the Lords of the Eye. Holy fucking shit.
Okay, sure, why not?
Secrets don't make friends, Aeolus.
With the caption, of course. Iola style throat.
Dude, you know, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, can it be a barrel?
Oh,
That's
fuck.
perfect. That's perfect.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
Alright.
Okay. So, yes. So, where to? But yeah, you're in what would be considered wild space, which is what the crystal sphere would be inside. You know, like, that's what the crystal sphere would be. But you're just in this now. And it's very, very hard to navigate. So you feel you may need another piece of equipment for it.
We should return back to the planet.
Yeah, the planet. Soren says, looking over to the throne. I still he's thinking about something.
Are you just gonna take off?
You know, just for future references, Soren says, slowly stepping to the throne, maybe we should see what this baby can do. Soren flops into the seat.
Aeolus is just gonna shrug his shoulders. Alright, just try not to go too wild.
Of course, why would I do something like that? Full speed!
And the
Soren-
moment that you do that, you fucking fly. It is faster than you've ever had it. You're lucky it doesn't fall apart. But it's like triple the speed now. You immediately buck back into the chair.
Soren's just laughing the entire time.
Okay. Well, here's to hoping with nothing it doesn't get completely destroyed.
Okay, let's move all these around. V isn't on your ship, so he's like gone.
Yeah, whatever.
It's fine for now. Sad. I'm very sad, but
King will be in a bed unconscious, I suppose.
yeah, he'll be downstairs,
Yeah.
flying through there.
So do I just like think of what I want to do and it does it?
Yes. Like, that is exactly how the spell jamming helm works.
His Soren, kind of like still confused on how it works, grips the arms of his chair. Half pace. And slows the ship down.
Yep.
Halt.
As it slowly comes to a stall.
Soren's rubbing the arms of the chair. Oh, shit.
But you notice that it feels a lot more like you're sailing now versus flying.
Soren, while enjoying the moment, it's like the events that just took place hours ago are kind of like flooding back for a second as he like stops filling the chair and more so looking at the deck of the ship.
While you're looking at the deck, you envision yourself in that location. It's like you're right there when you're doing it. Your entire body has pins and needles. Also, I think you do have to actually sit in it when you're using it.
Yeah, he was looking here.
Yeah, you feel like you're right there.
What the fuck is this?
What is what?
Soren's obviously caught off guard from nothing. I just had one of the, you know what I mean? Out of body experiences, you know? One of those? You ever had one of those? You've had one of those.
Well, yeah, you do have to be sitting in it.
Okay.
Well, I guess you're having fun.
Yeah. Soren kind of looks at Ios. How's King, by the way?
Well, I'm pretty certain King's okay. Although I hopefully whatever is done to the ship because of, as Eolus points to the ship, because of that, well, it seems that nothing on top here just completely flew out. So I'd say should be okay in the room.
Hey, Iolus, as Soren says.
Hmm?
You never flown before, have you?
What do you mean by flow? Do you mean like fly myself in the sky?
No,
I
no.
don't think I have.
Crew a ship, man. You never sailed? You never controlled a ship before? Come here. Soren passed the chair.
I mean, I don't recall if I did or not.
You take the helm. I'm gonna go check on King.
Okay. When Soren gets up from the chair, like, is the ship still, like, how's the ship doing when, like, you know, Eolus is, like, you know,
It's
going,
floating.
approaching?
It's just
Okay, so it's
floating
still
when he
there.
gets up.
Okay, so it's not, like, randomly plummeting or anything of the
Well-
sort.
No, because in space you just stall.
Okay. We just lost all momentum, as you
Yeah.
could say.
And as you are getting close to the chair, Soren, do you want to pass attunement to him?
Well, yeah, I'd have to. He has to pilot
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So, when you do that, when you sit down, Iolus, the chair immediately shifts and turns into what you deem as the best throne.
It's like what we think it is.
I don't know if that's the case, but
Well, I guess it's pretty simple, but it works, right?
are you actually doing that?
Well, I haven't thought of something any epic for Eolus at the moment, so
Please have it be that chair.
be anywhere.
It looks like a lawn chair he's sitting in, hovering a little bit. And Iolus, you felt that same exact experience that he did, as if you're in pins and needles, and the entire ship feels like you. And in that moment when you transfer attunement, it flares out the runes and then flares back.
Oh, shit. I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to that.
It's like I remember this sensation, almost like if I was trying to cook, but that was back when I was like somewhat sleepy. It's hard to put a finger on this sensation. It's almost like I was trying to cook, except I wasn't in my most fitting form.
Soren's gonna start heading down deck now.
Alright. So as you do that, you go ahead and see that King is still doing pretty well.
Okay. I will go off to my captain's quarters real quick.
Alright. Why'd you say it that way?
Because. And I am not going to reveal this to the party.
Okay. I swear to God, if it's what I think it is, though.
No. Yes.
No, but yes. So, are you path back to where?
Back to where we were before.
Alright. To Scion?
Yeah.
Alright. As the ship slowly starts turning, your mind connects back, and you start having a path for it.
That's interesting. It's almost as if it just simply goes.
That's odd.
It is. Would you care to try, Neo?
I can.
Yeah. Come closer, as Aeolus is going to slowly get up, and I guess pass the feeling on. Not exactly sure how did Soren do it for Aeolus?
So it's just passing it to me, yeah.
Okay. In that case, yeah, just Aeolus pats. He just pats Neo's back.
It doesn't pass to him.
Hmm?
It doesn't pass to him.
That's weird.
Let me check. Yeah, doesn't pass to him.
It does not.
Nope. He just sits down in your chair and I don't get what you're all talking about.
Soren seems to correct his stride a little bit to a more confident stance as he runs up. So, how'd it go?
It's quite pleasant as long as we're just keeping it steady. Although, strangely enough, it seems I can't pass on this attunement.
No, I can't steer the ship.
Soren's gonna pat Aeolus on the shoulder. At a boy. And he brushes past Neo. That's because he's not worthy of flying. Soren says as he looks at the chair. Want to hand the controls back now?
Yeah, as Aeolus just also pats Soren on the back, trying to pass the attunement to him.
Yep, and once again the ship, the throne starts molding, and as the helm becomes Soren's.
I'm not sure why, as Aeolus looks to Neo, I'm not sure why I'm not able to pass it to you, unless... I presume, would you happen to have any talent in the magic?
Talent.
He shakes his head no. I don't know spells at all, no.
I see.
Oh, well.
That is unfortunate.
Oh, you're about as fun as ever.
This is gonna be an issue.
Hmm.
He starts thinking, we might need to get another ally to fit on this ship while we're not here. Or at least one I can watch over while they steer the ship.
What about
you
me?
are the navigator, right?
V isn't someone who has magical talent either.
Huh. Soren says, looking down, remembering that V is not on the ship.
You remember him saying he's going to Targon?
Targon. I could use a strong-ass drink. What about you, Aeolus?
Well, I'd say we should go find V first, so I presume at this point, Eolus is going to presume that Soren is like still following the original direction, like he set course on back to the planet, right?
To Scion?
Yeah.
No, once you got up, it changed. It stopped. Stopped going in that direction.
Okay.
But
We should head back to Scion first.
Of course, Scion.
I mean, it is the closest place right now. At least, I think it is.
Right. Soren says, staring at Iolaus as the ship seems to change directions. Just keeping a stare at him. Scion. That's where we're going.
as you see the planet slowly getting farther away.
Are we not going back to V?
No, do you see that star system right there? Soren says as he points off to a random collection of constellations.
Yeah, that Eolus actually does look in that direction that he's trying to point at. I don't see anything on. Well, I mean, there's plenty of stars over there, but
Right there. That's where Scion.
is it now? I don't
Well,
think that. I don't recall him looking anywhere like that.
Oh, really? Well, tell me what that star name is. Oh, maybe that star. Oh, what direction does that lead you? Oh, where does that direction lead you? Oh, that's right. You don't know. You haven't navigated. So why don't we trust the captain who has flown these stars before to lead us in the right direction? You guys worry too much. You especially, Neo.
Neo's just standing there. Right.
Soren puts his hands up as though he's like trying to put a frame with his index finger and thumbs.
I mean, as far as I recall, V was still looking to, get to Targon. So, I mean, we could definitely pick him up to go to Targon, or we could try to find him over there.
Not this way. Who needs him? Don't worry. We'll be on Scion before you know it. Hold on to something. Full speed, baby.
So, instead of the months it normally took you, it takes you only a week and a half. As you all end up at Targon.
It takes us how long, you said?
Only like a week and a half.
Yeah, it's like, after the first day, it's like, Eolus is just gonna... Yep, figures.
Yeah.
I guess what?
Well, the fact that we're not back on Scion means that you either don't know where it is and we're lost, or we're going somewhere else.
Targon, like I said.
I presume he always keeps doing this, right, Neil?
As far as I know, you've known him longer than I.
Yeah.
You know what sounds good, Iolaus? Some of that bread.
At this point, does it feel like Eolus would be able to actually like cook while on the ship?
You think about it for a minute, and then you just light a fire. Nothing happens. You just have your fire.
Oh, yes. Yes!
Soren's amazed by it, but he's gonna pretend like he knew that was gonna happen. That's right. Diamond 2.0, baby.
Yep, Eolus is gonna... Unfortunately, there is no oven. So Eolus is gonna try to whip up a nice fresh meal with some of the rations that are available.
Iolaus, hey. Like Soren says. Hear me out. Gonna sound crazy. Why not use the Sunfire Forge?
just to make sure, were there like the Sunfire Forge? Like, how exactly is there any open flame like that like opening?
There's a window where you can throw stuff into it. But on the inside, it looks like a miniature sun.
Doesn't look. It looks a little bit warmer than I would normally cook at.
I like my bread medium rare. Remember that. So that's
Your bread.
Aeolus is frowning.
Aeolus was not entertained. Mia, what the hell are you doing? As Soren says, walking off from Aeolus. Should be cleaning something. Ship's a mess. Just because it got ruined everywhere, I mean, you gotta let it
As
go to
the ship
shit.
slowly comes to a stop.
It comes back to the chair. I do everything yourself.
I see. The ship only moves when somebody's on the chair. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's powered by asses.
Powered just by sitting on it. Yes, yes. That would be very convenient.
You said the same thing, just extra steps.
As Aeolus is going to, he's gonna just like be off and just gonna try to cook above deck. He's gonna bring out his pans and whatnot.
Yeah. You start cooking pretty well. Like, you can go ahead and roll your cook's utensils, see how well you do cook.
All right. And let's see, whip up something real nice and quick.
Really fucking nice and quick.
Okay, yep, some scrambled eggs.
Ooh. I do, and okay, out of character. I do be loving some scrambled eggs.
I personally like omelets, yeah, out of character here. I actually like omelets more than scrambled. I never really did like the texture of scrambled eggs personally, but I can see why people like it.
Yeah.
Here I thought you were a Mary Sue character, but you heartless bastard, you cracked a few eggs.
I mean, you gotta break a few eggs to make a good omelet.
There it is! Roll credits!
He beat me by 5 seconds.
roll credits. Alright. Start passing the food out. You all start getting a good little meal in. As you start landing into Targon, you notice they have a system now where you have to check in, and you notice that it's ran by Attilians. As they sign you in, sign the doctrine of what you are, they also go onto your deck and they look at the helm you have.
Hey!
This is what we have to do now. So he starts writing down some info. You're good to go, though. Do you want it to Targon or not?
We're on Targon. What do you need to see my ship for?
This is a requirement. It's not by me, it's from higher ups. As he starts walking off and jumps down. Move on through.
Well, before he jumps down,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask, like, I'm quite curious, what are you looking at specifically?
The runes. As
The
he jumps
runes?
off immediately after.
Ah. Well, I guess there's something in the runes that he's looking at.
Oh, come on, Iolus. Hopefully we'll get lucky and King will wake up and eat him.
It doesn't seem it's gonna be anytime soon.
Soren wraps his arm around Iolus. Don't worry. In fact, I'm gonna treat you to something nice.
You notice that when you check in, there's very few people here, but it looks like it's very safe to leave your ship with nobody on it.
Okay. Come on, Neo. You might as well too.
As you
I
all
guess.
slowly go into the main streets of Targon.
Looks like the Antillians have their security set up correctly.
It's the Antillians. They gotta dip their balls into everything. Now you, young Iolus, never traveled before, Soren says, getting nice and chummy with him over the shoulder. I'm gonna take you to my favorite spot.
Don't
favorite
tell me it's the
spot.
Eden Club.
I'm not telling you nothing. In fact, you're not invited.
Thank God.
Come on, Iolus. Soren says. He seems much chipper now.
Aeolus is just gonna he's gonna walk, but he's gonna slowly, try to move Soren's arms, out from under him. So it's like, yeah,
As Soren
I can
continues,
walk fine. I can walk fine.
as Soren continues to try to grab on. Yo, man, serious. I'm in a good mood. This is a good place. This is my city. Let's go. Let me treat you.
You know, you see Neo turn to you. I'm gonna go do some business. I'll be back.
Oh yeah. We're gonna do some business too.
Oh boy.
Come on, Alice. Right this way. As Soren takes his hands off. He takes his arm off of Iolaus and wraps his hand together.
As you wait for the cars to finish passing, and then you rush across.
Look, and like Soren's like backtrotting as he's talking to Iolaus. It's been a long journey. We gotta release a little tension. I almost died. There's that. You almost died. A lot, mind you. You're gonna meet the whole gang. They're all probably in here.
The whole gang. What whole gang?
Maybe aside from yourself and the few that are on my ship that go unmentioned. Neo, Rosenwald. The best crew in the fucking galaxy, friend.
So you have another group of friends that's on this planet, then.
Absolutely. I have a lot of contacts here. In fact, this is probably the best place to get information. And a few other things. As Soren rushes up to the front. Eating club! Eating club!
Yeah,
Eating club!
you see the sign reads Eden with a woman kind of like leaned back.
It's a library.
Or like something similar to this before.
It's a library. It's full of knowledge and experiences. Things you can learn.
I'm not an idiot.
Ah, it could have fooled me. Come on.
As you kick open the door, there's a series of people already. They just kind of wave at you.
Ladies. Ladies.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Iolaus to get back for the other.
Yeah, of course.
We already know what's coming.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I don't want Sally.
It's too late.
Sally's like, you may not want Sally. Sally want you. She's like, look, Soren, either we fucking or I'm fucking. I'm like, homie.
Bro, Sally's your girl here. You can't do anything about it.
Sally's my woman, bro.
But you being on Targon kind of will dawn on you immediately that Agorist is here.
Ah, well, Agris can wait.
Yeah, he can wait, but you are
We're
back
on
on his planet.
We're on a TNA mission. A TNA outreach program.
After all the hurt that you experienced, it's time to go enjoy.
Yeah, it's time to go get more hurt. Like Soren looks at fucking Sally. You don't look at me, Terry.
Yeah, we'll wait for him to get back because we all know what's about to come.
It's kind of heartwarming though. Like, he really likes this guy.
I think deep down Sora needs a woman like that. She has horns.
Yeah, she do have horns. She also has body strength.
You know her, it's Soren. It's like, oh god.
I just know Soren likes them vascular.
Oh,
If there's anything Soren likes, it's a vascular woman. That's my favorite part of the roleplay right here. Just the whole fucking thing. Just not eating club. XL. Let's go.
Billy Club XL over here.
Billy Club XL and fucking eating club, baby. Let's go. That's the only two stops I need. If my character was forever stuck on Targon, he'd be in one of three places: the bathroom, Billy Club XL, or the eating club. You're like, hey, look, the DM's is like, hey, there's a big story plot over here. He's like, I don't care. There's tits and Subway sandwiches. Like, I don't give a fuck about that plot.
Problem is, you got to use some of your money for this.
Well, oh yeah, how much do I have, by the way? I'm assuming we divvied it out.
Oh, did Soren do that?
Yeah, we had a whole week.
Okay. I'll go ahead and say that. That's real nice of you. How much you leave on the ship?
We left a greater portion on the ship, obviously.
Here's a question. Did you leave some for V?
I did.
Okay. So you divvied it out, and there was a fifth portion that they were all a little confused about. Neo would have understood. Kane
Yeah,
was
the fifth
asleep,
portion.
but yeah.
Fifth portion wasn't touched. So we divvied out a hell of a lot of money.
So everybody has 2,000
2000 what?
gold.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because there was 10,000 left.
That's the most I've ever had in a fucking D&D campaign ever.
To be fair, you didn't need it as Rook. You didn't care.
Yeah, Rook didn't give a fuck. He was a noble man. He never went to, like, Eden.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't enjoy the Eden Club as much as Soren would.
It's like, you big hunky piece of shit. Guess what? They got a coffee machine in there. You can have at it. That's a pair I want to see mixed up. Rook and fucking Soren team.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no.
On one hand, you have a righteous, self-motivated, stand strong, headstrong, noble leader, and then you got a robot.
Okay, I am back. I'm sorry
Welcome
about
back.
that.
Yeah, so Soren actually divvied up all the gold into 5 parts. And he gave you 2,000, and everybody has 2,000 gold. You could have left however much you want on the ship.
Okay. Yeah. Aeolus is going to leave pretty much most of it on the ship. He's gonna leave 1,800 on the ship. He's gonna have he's gonna carry this. Gonna carry 200 on him.
Yeah. All right. As you come in and they are all like waving, you hear loud thuds, just doom, 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 doom.
Hey, Aeolus, that's your surprise.
Then a big ass Oni woman comes out, Soren! She runs over and just starts lifting you up, squeezing you.
Sally, it's so nice to see you as always.
Lovely to see you.
Oh,
It's
Sally,
time.
no, Sally, I think you have the wrong idea. Sally,
As she points to the counter, pay the man.
I can't move my arm.
Oh, she sets you down, pats your head.
Sally, I think you got the wrong idea. I'm actually not here for me this time. I'm here for my friend. I think you crushed my lung.
Well, who's he
My
want?
friend.
As he points to everybody over there.
Yeah, I told him he was gonna get the best girl ever, and the only best girl I could think of was you.
Only
I'm
captains
sorry,
get
but,
me. She slapped your ass.
He is a captain. He's flying a ship.
I'm sorry, but you got a kitchen in the back. I think I'll just spend my time there if you don't mind.
Okay.
Actually, Aeolus, you're supposed to.
As Sally points out, pay the man.
I've worked in these establishments before, Soren.
Soren's like, oh yeah, pay. He's like real nervous and pulls the gold. How much?
Are we here for work?
It's like 100
This
gold.
is- I gotta get information.
It's like 100
Sally,
gold.
100 gold.
Yeah. You just throw it down. Hey. And then she's like, let's go. She puts you on her shoulder and starts walking up.
Aeolus is going to. I guess she's approaching him.
Yeah, she walks up and holds out her hand. I'll show you to where you wanted.
Thank you.
She
I
guides
presume
you.
you're here for work.
She turns around.
As you go down the hall and you see Soren like gripping the frame of the door.
And Soren's just, oh. And Sally's right behind him. Oh, Soren. Oh, he's so fun. Just goes into the room. So, what was that you said to the woman?
I presume, considering that he's taken me here, is there like some sort of work that he hasn't told me about?
Not that I'm sure of, but there's always work to be done. She just smiles and winks at you as she shows you to the kitchen. There's a few chefs in there. They're not really that talkative as they're just cooking up like things for like a buffet that's out there.
All right.
Enjoy.
Perfect.
And if you change your mind, we're always here.
Eolus is gonna shake his head. Thank you for the offer, but I must decline.
She gives a little bow and then walks off. Soren, give me a performance roll.
Okay. Okay. What do you want to let me go? What? I never can find performance. Oh, here it is. My bad.
Bro, they're,
I'll
alpha-
be-
they're, in
I
alpha-
don't-
they're alphabetized.
Okay, I'll send it to you. I don't want Iolus to judge my performance.
Oh, the stream's going. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Oh, Sally, you in for a night of your life.
Iolus, you work in the kitchen probably 12 hours as you just see Soren walking out, really tall. You see Sally walking kind of bow-legged.
During the 12 hours, would I get an opportunity to cook a meal for Soren?
Oh yeah, you cook probably a really good one too, because you'll have advantage on the roll. Because this place is filled with actual food.
This is great. This is good. People always need food to keep themselves healthy, after all.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get sick, and then nobody could work. Are you going to eat or not?
Soren's gonna take his tiny human hand and slap the ass of the Oni as he turns to Iolus.
So
Absolutely, I am fucking starved.
So after your first experience with Sally, you learned all about what she's gonna do, and then you put everything into practice that last night. As she just smiles and just waves, and then they're all whispering, just.
Yeah, you do. Like he does. So as he turns to Iolus, I am starved. You have no idea. You have no idea what it's like with an Oni.
I'm pretty certain you should be starved. I've been to working in locations for David before, and there's plenty of locations where some of the clientele need a little assistance in getting up.
Assistant.
And well, cooking definitely helps with that.
Soren's adjusting his belt. Oh yeah, absolutely. Speaking of three nipple, what'd you make?
Well, for you, I made you a nice steak stir fry.
Steak stir fry.
Yep,
Roll
steak
cook's
stir fry
utensils
with
with
onions,
advantage.
bell peppers, and some of the local fauna that's around.
Oh my god. Soren looks at the plate, salivating.
All right, let's roll with advantage on your cook's utensils. Let's see what you did.
Okay. And this one definitely took a while, so I guess he's good. I guess that's definitely using his wisdom here.
Oh yeah, probably the best fucking stir fry you've ever had, Soren.
Soren's taking bites of it. You know, Iolus, it's pretty good. I mean, as a god of cooking, I mean, it could be better, but I'm not gonna judge you. In fact, let me just go ahead and finish this to make sure it's all the way good.
Eolus raises his brow. Well, it better be good. If it isn't good, then that means that I need even more practice. But I do need to rest. Working here for 12 hours straight.
Wait, you're telling me... Soren wipes his mouth. You're telling me that you had an all-you-can-eat buffet outside in the lobby and you chose to cook?
Well, I mean, of course I've had to make an all-you-can-eat buffet. I mean, otherwise, nobody would... Wait a minute. We weren't here to work, were we?
Absolutely. While you were in here fucking around cooking, I got some important information.
Well, congratulations. What's the information then?
Well, I can share it with you, or you can let your captain buy you a night of relaxation. I don't fly with people who don't relax.
I mean, I'm looking. Eolus is looking at you, and you don't look that relaxed based on how much you're shaking right now.
You should see the rest of me.
You look kind of terrified, almost like you're terrified of something. What happened to you exactly?
As Soren goes back to eating. Well, you see, when you're working as hard as I do, you exert a lot of energy. And sometimes, oh, that's actually pretty good. Sometimes, Soren finally swallows, you have to put in the work to get the information out. And there's no more better people to look for information than those who've been around the block a few times. You know what I'm saying?
Eolus is just gonna furrow his brow. I mean, if you wanted to just spend the night with the ladies, I mean, you could have just said it directly. I mean, I thought we were going to go just simply get information from them, you know? I'm pretty certain they are, after all, information brokers for the right price.
Of course, everything's for the right price. And Oni filled me in on quite a bit.
Well, that's good to hear. Eolus is just like slowly just like rearranging the utensils and the plates and the kitchenware a little bit, since it seems to be in the slightly well, not desolate as the cooks are about, but it was more of an isolated area. Let's get just cleaning up the countertop here. So, what's the job?
Well, I found out that your daddy issues David Agaris still operating majority in this city. In fact, I believe he's got a major operations here. I'm sure some of his not so awesome workers probably frequent the evening here. My question exactly is weeding them out. But from what Sally's telling me, it's been a few days since anybody's seen him.
Interesting. If anything, I would say that I've worked in many places before. This definitely not so much, but there were other places in the city I've worked before. I'm surprised that this. Eolus is just going to like just put a hand to his chin, and it's like, if I recall, David Agaris was trying to buy this place out, but I think those talks fell through. I'm presuming that well, while Eolus was working, did it seem like any of the workers had a specific insignia to them of sorts?
There was a lot of Attilians that came through. There was a lot of people who looked like they were shady and definitely just sat around and talked with some of the girls. Then there was some others that came through with like a little bandit logo that they always have, but none that would signify Agaris.
Yeah, so in that case, yeah, Agris has not gotten a foothold in this area. Or at the very least, if he was expanding, he hadn't expanded to here yet.
They won't sell this place out. They're making plenty of gold as is. Especially not to his ass. He's got one of those faces, you know what I mean? Talks with his teeth like this. Irritating. Soren licks the plate almost. Yeah, that wasn't all that good, but thanks anyways. Come on, we gotta see.
Yes, as Eol's going to take that plate, and he's gonna bring it over to the basically to where the rest of the dishes are. I guess let's see. Is there a dishwasher in that area or no?
Well, there's a sink and all that.
Okay. I guess Eolus is gonna spend a little bit of extra time. He's gonna wash up those dishes, cause always gotta get it clean.
Soren's just sitting at the doorway looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing?
When Eolus finishes about half an hour later, he's gonna go and, well, let's go, Soren. As
Yeah.
Eolus just stretches.
Took you long enough, Jesus. Bye, Sally.
She gives like a blowing of a kiss. I'll
Soren
tell my
catches-
daughter about you.
That's not necessary. Come on, let's get the fuck out of here, Isles.
Alright. Have a good rest of the day. Eolus is waving bye to everyone else here.
All of them seem to wave back. Pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Well, no, the tough business is out of the way. Let's get the easiest step out of the way. Come on, we got a few more stops to make.
Okay, a second stop it is then.
You'll like this place. This is more your expertise, if you want to call it that.
Little man back.
Oh, hi, Nub Nub. How you doing?
Let me guess, you're going to want a small.
You plan on cooking your cock this time?
You see him just change his expression, looks down at you.
Soren's leaning on the counter.
You want your head served on a platter?
Depends. You want some gold for some quick buck?
Go ahead and looks at you. What do you want?
Well, you're a pretty popular guy. It's a pretty popular stand. I don't know why. The food is awful. Not as good as my...
Leave now!
Hold on. Hear me out. All I was gonna say was, it wasn't as good as I know your true potential could bring. I could see the passion for cooking in your heart.
You can roll deception. Come on. Let's see. You see him glaring at you. Shall I wring your neck with all your lies?
It's not lies. I mean every bit of the truth I'm not telling. But listen. How about some gold? Like I was saying, you know a lot of people around here, and I'm just in need of some information. It's easy money.
What do you want?
Well, I'm sure you might be familiar with a gentleman by the name of David Agaris by chance.
What of it?
Well, Soren puts one gold piece on the counter. This could add up to a lot, or it could value very little, depending on what you might know.
He grips your hand. The one that's still really fucked up is he just grips it. Start talking now.
I just want to know if you know what he's up to.
Gold.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Soren puts 20 pieces on the counter.
He grabs it. What do you want to know?
Well, I'm sure his cronies are around here. What is he doing in this area? What kind of odd businesses does he run? Where do you see him walk around at? What kind of underwear does he wear?
You see him look at you. He owns half the businesses still.
Does he own you?
No.
Or what doesn't he own?
Self-made.
Bobby, that's obvious based on how good this establishment looks. I mean, look at it, right, Iolus? Soren nudges Iolus.
Eolus is gonna just slowly massage his temples, listening to Soren and his discussion with well, I don't think Eolus got the name of the man here.
Billy from Billy Club.
Nice to meet you, Billy.
Of course, his name is Billy Cummins on the... As Soren's talking, he slowly turns back to Billy. But like I was saying, it's real serious.
He's here every so often. He goes around Targon no matter what. Recently, he's been looking at something, researching it, don't know what it's about.
Anyone else might be involved in this little research of his? As Soren puts another 2 pieces of gold on the counter.
He puts his big old mid over it, and then pulls it back. Well, Looks like he's talking to one of your old friends.
Friends? I wasn't aware he had friends.
One of your old friends.
One of my old friends.
Logan Guerrero.
Soren stops for a second. Who said we were friends?
I watched you walk around with him.
Well, I'm talking to you. Does that make us friends?
I'd hope.
Well, of course we're friends. Obviously. And friends tell other friends where their old friends might be going these days. So what direction might they went?
I don't let my lips be loose for nothing.
Well, let's just go ahead and see those parted. Sword puts two more going together.
Once again, just pulls it back. Well, he still goes to Sigil. Now that you can move faster through this world, he went there rather frequently.
I've only got one last thing to ask you, Billy. How long is it gonna take you to make me a small sub?
You see him slam his hand. You know the size here!
I'll take a small. In fact, actually, you know what?
Look, how much does a small, like, cost?
There is no small, it's just XL.
Alright, but, okay, you know what? You're right, Billy. I'm sorry. I am feeling quite hungry today. Make it extra small.
He just fucking slams his hand down and he goes to grab your neck.
Soren's gonna back up.
You ask for it again, I'm never gonna serve you anything.
Okay. Fine. You force my hand. I'll have a medium.
You see him just stand there. 10 gold.
10 gold. All right, 10
gold for a medium.
All right. Soren passes him 10 gold.
So, as
Would
he
you
starts...
take out the standard size, as Aeolus is going to just, like, stop Soren there, and he's going to hand 20 gold to Billy. I'll pay for the meal here.
Why? Ooh. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to that.
He goes ahead and starts making it. He's not making a medium. Yeah.
Standard portion for the both of us.
Soren whispers in Iola's. The secret is you gotta ask him for a small. He'll make a regular size one, but he'll charge you for the smaller one. He's an idiot.
You hear one of the patrons next to you.
And it's like, clearly no.
The patron over next to Iola's just says, yeah, I'll charge you double.
I'll charge you double. He fucking did, didn't he? Where'd you raise your prices there, Billy?
The moment that you keep asking for a small.
Is it because I'm so fucking handsome and you are so ugly?
You see him start making the food a little bit more. And you see him chop up something, and then he just puts this large grub on it. Still moving, and he slams the top down. And it's like a 6-foot grub that he just slaps in front of you on this sub.
Ah, this must be a new ingredient. So it says he lifts the grub up a little bit.
Yeah. Eat up. It's a 6-foot sub.
Well, I was
very much.
gonna save it for later as he slides it up for the Iola's.
Aeolus had no portion. Aeolus is like, you know, right now Aeolus is just making. He's gonna taste. Wait, actually, his is the one that doesn't have that big grub, right?
No, it's just one giant sub.
Okay. In that case, is the
This
grub
sub
dead, right? Or is it
this
alive?
big. The sub is like almost like
Yeah.
this.
No, I'm asking. Like, is the grub still moving?
A little bit.
Whatever. This is an interesting new thing to taste. As Aeolus is gonna like. Is there any utensils around?
No.
No,
There's not.
no, there
No.
isn't.
There is not utensils. You eat that with your hands, goddammit.
There literally is no utensils.
Aeolus is just gonna pull out. Like, he's gonna.
Oh
he's
my
gonna
God.
bring out his set, bring out a knife, and he's gonna cut away.
Why does everybody have a set of fucking utensils? As you just notice that Iolus pulls out some for himself.
Soren's just gonna put his head on his helmet.
This is actually really good.
Soren puts his head on his helmet. Oh my god.
This is actually pretty good. Yep.
You see him looking. Wise words.
Yep.
Trust me, Billy, he would know. This gentleman right here has been cooking his entire life.
I'm not at the level I'd like to be at, but I hope to get there one day. No, I will get there one day.
Yeah, you know.
As Aeolus is like, he says that and then he continues trying to eat as much as he can.
You remember those days, don't you, Billy, when you were like 7 foot shorter, still throwing people around?
You see him breathe. Just on yours as he picks his nose on the piece you have and he just sticks it right on the top.
It's gonna take a bite of it.
Yeah, that's fucking gross.
Well, I gotta tell you, Billy, this is really not as good as you think it is. Anyways, oh,
You hear those. Hear the song. Distant, but you hear it.
Soren drops the sub on the plate. I'm not crazy, am I?
He just looks around. Oh, singing.
Soren's gonna slowly turn his head behind him to look out into the city.
You see, turning the corner. Behind him, what looks like shambling dead just walking.
Soren's gonna turn Iolus around like they're hovering over their food. Don't look at him.
As he starts going to the same building where Neo went.
Soren's gonna, can he like turn and like look over his shoulder like he's not really watching? Like,
Yeah.
Aeolus is like, he looks, but like, does Aeolus recall anything about them?
Just what Soren's told you.
Why not? As Aeolus takes another bite of the sandwich.
that's the goddamn Golden Vandal.
The Golden Vandal.
Fiercest pirate in the fucking galaxy. Kills everything in his path. I don't know if you noticed the shambling dead behind him.
Yeah, it's like an army that are all surrounding this building. They're not doing anything but standing there.
Clearly, it's something to be a bit fearful of. As he looks kind of like, he looks like reluctant when he looks at the dead, at the undead.
Soren's gonna turn around back to Billy and slide his plate as he's talking, hoping Billy doesn't notice. How might one get inside that building?
As you notice another person walking by.
Oh, fuck me.
He tilts his head as he's walking, looking at you, then just seems to move on.
Soren's just staring sub in hand as he walks by. Hold on, I got a gift for this.
Would have Aeolus seen him before?
Once. He is also one of the Gamblers 3.
Okay. And if anything, does Aeolus remember if he's ever had contact with David Agris before?
Almost all of them have.
Okay.
Check the memes.
As almost like clockwork, you notice another one.
What the fuck? What's the goddamn Gamblers 3 doing here?
I wouldn't know.
Soren's leaning over the sub as he talks to Iolus. You know what the Gamblers 3 are, don't you?
I mean, I recall seeing them before, but to me personally, I've never really dealt with them, except whenever I'm doing my own duties of cooking. I'm pretty certain I served a meal or two to to them before, while they
Well,
were in the host of David.
more than likely, the travel age system. Gigantic fucking fleet of pirates right behind them.
And for the first time, you all see an illithid. They've been banned from these airspaces for years.
What the fuck is that?
There's people staring just as much as you all.
Eolus is like, he sees it and immediately tries to, look away, but it's like, at the same time, like, every time he tries to look, he's like, he just looks away from it.
It's like a car crash. You can't look away. You're like, fucking, what the fuck?
Orange just staring hard as fuck.
I have a feeling like I shouldn't be looking so hard at that one in particular. As Eolus takes another bite and he finishes the one part of the sandwich.
Billy, we're gonna take this to go.
And you all notice the same general from before that sold you the scroll walking.
This motherfucker.
Did you say that Neo was in that building?
We're gonna fucking find out. Let me find out that dope motherfucker's working with the Gambler 3. That's what it says he really is. He tries to get off the gigantic stool.
Forgive me. I will not be able to finish this in a single sitting as Eolus like pulls out a clock trying to package away the last two parts and then the half-eaten the partially eaten fourth piece from Soren. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I guess I'll pack it up for Soren later.
I know what they're all doing there. You see him start stretching, standing up.
How do you know what they're doing there? What are they doing in there? Who the fuck are you?
Don't worry about me. Worry about getting yourself off this planet before too long.
Yeah, this planet, no problem.
As you
Hey,
see a wolf symbol with chains around it, all rose-colored.
What kind of marking is that? Alice, we gotta find a way inside that building.
Yes. As Eolus is like obviously just like he basically packed up the sandwiches as if they're ready to go and just slips the
Carrying it like a
two
giant-ass
remaining-
sword on your back.
on my back.
Yeah, because it's huge.
Come on, Alice.
Okay, wait. They're as big as a sword or what?
Yeah, it's 6 feet still. You didn't need all that much.
So Eolus cuts them cuts the 6-foot sandwich into
Okay.
4 pieces.
Yeah, you can go and put them on. They're still pretty big, but yeah.
You know what 6-foot pieces of sandwich cut up art is? 6 feet in length.
Yeah, well, you still
I
pack
mean,
it up. You
cut
still put it in
and-
your bag. You put it in
and
the
it's stacked.
winter,
Yeah.
the winter frost to keep it cool.
Yeah, but stacked. That's like slightly bigger than a foot long each piece, and then
$5.
Shut up! Those don't exist anymore.
yeah, they don't exist
$5
anymore. Since
Oh.
Jared decided to eat a little too fresh.
Oh no, no, no!
All right. On that note, come on, Alice.
Oh no!
Thanks, Billy. As always, go fuck yourself. Soren rushes home.
Yep. Well, nice meeting you, Billy. Hope you have a good rest of your night.
You too.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
Yeah, it seems pretty pleasant if by all things considered.
Yeah, about as pleasant as getting getting your jewels punched by a damn orc. Now, getting inside this building, I had an idea. Soren turns to Iolos as though he's about to explain a very elaborate plan. I say, if we work up enough courage, find out the entrance routes and the exit routes, finding the roof access, we could just bust through the front door.
That doesn't make any sense.
You see the man behind you looking at you.
Soren turns. No,
Didn't I
thought
tell
I
you
smelled-
not to come back?
I thought I told you to eat shit. It looks like you haven't eaten anything at all.
You see him take a moment.
Out of character, history-wise, was he saying when he said that he said it to the both of us, right?
Yeah.
What brings you to this fine
Yeah,
city that doesn't need people with three nipples in it?
As he just ignores you and starts walking toward the same building.
Yeah, I guess we really showed him. He's probably still mad at the fact that we killed this giant.
Yeah, Aeolus with his arms crossed just shakes his head.
Come on. If that dumb son of a bitch can get in there, I'm sure we can too.
How big is the building?
Huge, actually. Like, this is like a skyscraper in the city of Targon.
I assume we passed like when there are no like vehicles running
Yeah.
about, yeah?
Yeah.
Just, hold up! I'm walking in.
As you come up, there's a man standing at the door.
We're Gamblers 3.
I already know you're not.
By any
Lord.
chance, have you seen a person by the name of Neo enter the building?
Can't disclose who's here. Also, you, Soren, leave.
Wait, he's telling both of us to leave, right?
He just said Soren for now, but yeah.
I mean, that's right. Captain Soren Emberi, Gamblers 3.
You're not Gamblers 3.
Gambler number 5.
Soren has his mask on at the moment, right?
Yeah, but he knows him. He knows that mask. He met him with that. Dampier won't want you here.
Dampier still owes me some money.
You still owe him a hand.
Well, that's a little difficult considering. Soren holds up his hand with no fingers on it. With no ring finger, at least.
You still have the Sunfire Forge on your ship. You still owe him a hand.
Yeah, that's exactly why we're here, actually. I really wanted to apologize about that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go inside.
You just see him hold you back. Hey, Kumo, thanks for the raid. He holds you
Look.
back and he just shakes his head no.
Why can't we get in?
Because you're not supposed to be here.
Says who?
Everyone. And me.
Well, that's because everyone thinks that I'm here to ask for money. I have money this time.
I don't care if you have
for
money.
If you can answer. Since you can't disclose the guest, I presume you're not able to disclose what is going on in the building then?
You can let them in. You just hear somebody say as he turns. You see this blue-skinned elf calling you in.
Hmm?
All right. Damara said you can come in. Go
I
ahead.
tried telling you.
Aeolus says, thank you,
Don't thank me. Thank Lord Damaris.
Damaris.
Yeah, we'll let Lord Dandy know. Thank you. Soren walks by into the building.
And for a moment, you notice that it's just a lobby and a chair as he turns around. It's been a long time, my son. And you see Morin Damaris right before you. And that's where we'll end session.
Oh, come on, man.
I want to thank everybody for coming in. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. We're going to raid out, and I will be back in a few minutes with a different game. Talk to you all soon. Mwah.